The night my neighbor called the police on me. It started with a knock on my car window late at night, the kind of knock that instantly makes your heart race because nobody expects company at 11:30 when they are sitting alone in their driveway. I had just finished a long shift delivering packages around the city, and I was sitting in my car checking tomorrow's route on my phone when the porch light across the street flicked on. My neighbor stepped outside, arms folded, staring directly at me like I was doing something suspicious. At first, I ignored it because honestly I was too tired to care, but a few minutes later another light turned on and then another, and suddenly two police cars rolled slowly down the street, blue lights flashing silently. One officer walked up to my window and asked if everything was all right. Apparently, someone had reported a suspicious vehicle sitting in the neighborhood for almost 20 minutes. The funny part was, this was literally the driveway of the house I had lived in for 3 years. But from across the street, my neighbor kept watching like he had just solved a crime. The officer asked for my ID, and I handed it over calmly. While he checked it, I pointed toward the front door of the house behind me. That's where I live. He glanced at the porch number, then looked back at the ID in his hand. Same address, same name. He gave a small nod, then walked back to his car. A minute later, he returned, handed me my license, and said, "Everything checks out." Then he did something unexpected. He walked across the street and knocked on my neighbor's door. I could not hear everything, but I heard enough. He explained that calling the police on someone without checking the situation wastes emergency resources and creates unnecessary problems. My neighbor looked embarrassed, standing there in his slippers under the porch light. The officer came back to my car before leaving and said something simple. Sometimes the problem is not suspicion, it is assumptions. After that night, my neighbor started waving every morning when I left for work. Turns out, people are a lot friendlier once they realize the stranger next door was never a stranger at all.